Welcome to X Figure Reviews. In front of me is the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Magic figure. This is a re-release of the Magic figure that came in the Box of Ashanti set from. It was a Comic-Con exclusive. It came back a few years ago. There's a few differences between this figure and that figure. We'll get into that. So first, the biggest difference will be all the accessories that she comes with. Of course, this is a standalone figure, so she comes with accessories, and there's so many, and I mean that. So we'll start by looking at this guy here. This is supposed to be a demon. Really cool. It's the Lockheed mold. So if you have Lockheed from the Kitty Pryde, then you know what this is. It's translucent red. You can see my finger through the plastic. And the back had that really cool gold metallic paint. Really cool. Good job with it. Then we have this head here. This is may look familiar to you. It's the Ghost Rider head. It just straight up is a retooling. So you have the mandible that can articulate. It's all translucent red plastic. It's really cool. It's a clever retool. I've tried to put it on a couple different bucks, but I can't get it to work. So it would have been cool if I could put it on like a Bucky cap mold, but it's still fun to have nonetheless. Then we have these effect pieces here. You can wrap them around her hand or whatever. Then we have blue lightning bolt. This is the exact same stuff that came with Storm or Magneto in the previous X-Men wave. So cool that they gave her all these effect pieces on top of like the demons that she's summoning. And of course she needs a hand to do that. So this is like a spell casting hand or just an open hand. So really cool that she even has an interchangeable hand. And then of course she has her blades. This is the one she comes with here. It is slightly different from the one, the Comic-Con set. That one, I believe, is silver blade. This one is a translucent blue blade. So really cool. And of course, it has the effect piece that we saw with the Psylocke figure. This just slides right onto the blade. You can take it on, keep it there. I think it's nice. I think it adds like she just summoned it, right? So really cool. And as far as how well it sits in her hand, it fits really well. There's no problems getting this one in her hand at all. You can see I can put it in there, shake her around. It's not going anywhere. Then, of course, you have her soul sword. Now, this is different from the Comic-Con release. You can see this is straight up yellow translucent plastic. I really like the way it looks. The Comic-Con exclusive had like blue and it was semi-translucent. Now, the problem I have with this blade is it was all casted in yellow translucent plastic and painted black. You can see where it's chipping on the handle, and it's chipping pretty severely and very regular. So I just got some on my finger. Like it's a bit much. Like it's kind of an easy fix, right? If I just get some black paint and then maybe put some Mod Podge on it or whatever. But I don't want to have to do that, right? As far as how well it sits in her hand, it does not sit as well as the other blade. Her thumb grips it really nice, her thumb and pointer finger, but you can see the back of her hand, like the pinky and the ring, it's not snug. So it's definitely there. It's not going to fall out of her hands randomly, but she's not going to hold on to it as well as you'd like. So that's it for accessories. Like I said, it's a lot. It's really cool that they included all that. Looking at the figure herself, I think they did a really good job. There's not too big of a difference between this figure and the Comic-Con release. Here she has pupils. Her eyes aren't whited out like the Comic-Con release. That being said, the eyes, they were a little sloppy when I saw them. My eyes are good, but underneath it, you can hardly see it. There's a black speck, all right, of paint, and that's a little disappointing. The hair has some cool dry brushing on it. I think it adds really nicely. I found that it's a little inconsistent, though. Between figures, so watch for the dry brushing there. And I have a problem with the sculpt a little bit. I hate whenever the hair has that shelf there for the shoulders and it's plain to see. I don't know, so it's a little gripe, but that's that. Now these earpieces here, I'm not worried about them. They seem pretty durable, so that's cool. The X on her shoulder, really good clean paint job on that, and that was actually with every Magic figure that I saw, because you can kind of see the X on the shelf in the box, and it looked really clean. The spikes here look really nice. I believe on the Comic-Con version, they're a little more sheen to them. There might be more metallic. Here it's pretty dull paint. The paint job on the boots, the buckles, the silver's really clean, and that was consistent. I will say my belt buckle, it's not as clean. It's a little sloppy. And on other Magic figures, I did see a clean belt job, but the problem was I had to choose between a clean face and a clean belt. So obviously I went with a clean face. Also, I did see some black specks on her abs there as well. I do have one. It's barely visible, especially in the camera here, but it's there, and it's something that I did see, and some of them were pretty noticeable, like scratches or paint slops. So watch out for that whenever you are shopping for your magic. Let's go over articulation. Her head doesn't really go up due to the hair, so I understand it. And nonetheless, it kind of is a bummer. Then you have her head can go down all the way. It can rotate the front pieces of her hair. They're pretty flexible, so they can, they're not going to get in your way. Her arms, both of them, even though they're different sculpts, they have the same articulation. They have single jointed elbows. Her human arm can go a little bit further than her other arm here. And she does have a ball joint at the wrist, and there's nothing getting in the way of that, so you can get full range of motion. As far as ab crunch, you can go back that much, go forward this much. So she can go, she can go side to side as well. All right, so not a lot, but enough. No waist articulation. She can kick her leg up that much. She can kick it back, not at all, because that booty gets in the way. Then we have out to the side, that much, so still not too much. She got thigh swivel. She can bend her knees. She's double jointed there. She's got boot swivel, and she can point her toe there. She can point it up that much. So really good ankle articulation. She does have the ankle rocker and the peg hole at the bottom. All right. What I will say, articulation wise, pretty standard for a female body mold. Some things are definitely missing, but what I think is neat is the costume design really hides the joints well. And I think even though that's not necessarily a Hasbro thing, they definitely took advantage of that, and it looks really nice. As far as height comparison, here she's next to a Bucky Cap mold. As you can see, she's on that like a teenage body mold, which suits her. And here she's next to Colossus, because, family's a thing. So you can see how he's towering over her. I can't even really get him in the same shot gracefully. So she is a smaller figure for sure. She's on that teenage body mold. But it's correct. It's how she should be, right? So all in all, really, really solid job. I'll throw up some reference photos here so we can see what she looks like in the comics. And you can see it's pretty spot on. I got no gripes here. There has been some differences with how she's been drawn. Like sometimes this will be more of a glove, less skin tight. Also, the whole thing, you won't have that gap between the elbow and the glove. But she's definitely been drawn like this, and it's accurate 100%. So really good job there with the accuracy. Definitely looks like magic, no doubt about it. As far as scoring on the scale, she is an 87. All right, so really solid pickup. Obviously, this is a Comic-Con exclusive. If you already have that figure, you are missing out on the accessories. But, if you don't mind that, then you probably don't need this figure. If you don't have that magic, I think this is an outstanding version to have, though. So, I might get that Comic-Con exclusive version, but now I don't think I'll miss not having it either. So, really cool. Really cool. And I think it's cool that they're also going to continue doing X-Men for the Walgreens exclusive. That seems to be the pattern that's rumored. So X-Men have such a pool of characters. I could see it never ending. So really excited for it. So that's it. That's the review. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.